Hey guys, how you doing? Okay, so today I thought we would talk about heavy mechs. I've done lights, I've done mediums. So let's start getting up in tonnage. And I'm just going to go alphabetical. These aren't necessarily in order of preference, but I have driven all of these mechs in the campaign at one time or another. So I'm not just recommending them from the mech bay. I've built these things, I've dropped them in instant action. They work. They all work. And the first one is just the first one on the list, and that's the good old Agincourt. This is a hero mech. You get this from doing the Heroes of the Inner Sphere mission over for Merrick, I think. I think I'm right about that. And let's take a look at what I did. I made a Splat Cat from Mechwarrior Online. We like to take one of the catapult chassis variants and slap a bucket load of SRM6s on it. This will work without Artemis. It's just Artemis is better. Okay. And you can see plenty of medium lasers for backup and plenty of SRMs. This thing is beastly. It wrecks shit. It wrecks face. Of course, it's short range. This is a brawler mech, but as you can see, 432 armor, 44 in the arms. This is how I would do. I might take a point or two out of the legs and bring that head up to 22, 24, something like that. But really good mech, solid mech, very good performing mech. If you like medium lasers and SRMs, if you don't, skip this one. It's not for you. The next thing I recommend wholeheartedly is the Black Knight, and I think you can do this with all of them. I think. I'm not sure on that one. Check me on that one. But now what I would do personally is I would do that, and I would actually go in just one more ton of large chem laser ammo. This thing runs nice and cool. You can fire multiple alpha strikes from this bad boy. It cores out mechs in no time. And the nice thing is you don't have to face hug targets. You can fire, twist away, fire, twist the other way, come back, fire. Works great. You've got large lasers for reaching out to 675, and the medium lasers will reach out to 405. That's good. That's plenty of flexibility. You've got the armor to take a pounding. You can see 432 armor factor. Excellent mech. Let me see. Let me save this. Just do apply and escape. Let's go back. Okay, so let's look at some combat footage of the Black Knight. And the thing that I think will jump out at you right away is the pinpoint accuracy and placement of all of these chem lasers. And take a look at how cool it runs, how cool it fights. You really don't see this thing overheating. You could probably strip off a heat sink or two, maybe, if you needed more ammo. But this was a really long mission, and I didn't have any trouble with the ammo. And what I really like about the Black Knight, you don't find yourself getting your weapons blocked by geometry, by terrain, by buildings and whatnot. The weapons seem to be mounted fairly high up, and if you take a look in the mech bay at the Black Knight, the arms are they're not terribly low hanging. I would say they're a meter or two higher than, like, say, the Cataphract, which is really bad about low hanging arms. But all of those lasers, you know, what are we talking here? 7 lasers, right? 3 large and 4 medium chem lasers, all on that single point in the game. And of course, this is one of the worst drop ships I've ever been cursed with in the middle of a battle, and then one of my worst airstrikes. Because what I should have done is I should have told my teammates to form around me, and I didn't. But you can still see how cool the mech fights, and you know, pinpoint damage, being able to concentrate that damage onto the same armor panel over and over and over again and get through that armor, get to the internal structure. And you want to start critting internal components. You want to start firing off, causing ammo explosions and hitting engine slots and all that good stuff. Of course, if you hit the head, you want to hit the pilot, right? You want to kill the pilot. But you can see how quickly that grasshopper goes down. And then this dragon doesn't fare very well either. And I think it's just an excellent mech. You can see a torso twist really well. I finally got my head on my ass and started torso twisting. So yeah, the Black Knight, absolutely fantastic stock mech. But you need chem lasers. You really need chem lasers to make this thing work well. Okay, so let's take a look at some of the other heavy mechs on the list. And we come through here. The champions, I would... I gotta be honest, the champions just... They're squishy. They just don't... It's hard to put enough armor on champions to make... They look really cool, and they can mount a lot of weapons. But I didn't love the champions, and one thing I don't like about them is the stupid too small, too medium energy hard points. I hate that. Just give me 4 mediums or 4 smalls. You put an autocannon 10 on here and SRM6, you know, sure, you know. I mean, the LBX is fine, and the SRM6 Artemis is great if you can find it. But, so something like this is much more reasonable. But you come in here, and I mean, yeah, you can pop 4 mediums in there, but you're gonna have a hard time with your tonnage, and so you're probably gonna have to back this off to an SRM4, move the ammo into the legs, and look at the armor factor on this thing. You know, and the problem is, if you strip this, right? So we go like that. So we have 21 tons. So you need 21 tons for the guns and the ammo and whatnot. But if you go max armor, suddenly you're down to 16 tons. It's tough. It's really tough. And if you look, so your AC-10 is 12 tons. Your AC-5 is 8. So it's really difficult to keep this thing with the punch it needs, right? And so throw in 4 medium lasers, and you know you got 2 tons. Ouch. Now you can start taking off some leg armor. Drop this down to 40 something. 40 in the legs is fine. You got too much head armor. Now you got 3 tons. That's barely enough. And look at the cooling. You know, you could go 2 tons of AC-5, 1 ton of SRM-4. That'd be enough. That would get her done. But it's going to be hot. It's really going to run hot. You know, bring this down to 18. And that's fine. The arms... You could take armor off the arms, but you start sacrificing arms in the campaign, it's going to eat into your repair bill. So the champion, you can make it work, but it's not a mech that I found to really work for me, you know? So, I mean, if you get champions and you need to drop champions, and hey, yeah, you know, get the champion and try to make it to work, but it's not a mech I'd camp in. You know, I wouldn't keep it for long term. Catapult, fantastic mech, just absolute fantastic mech. You can see, here's your Splat Cat. I wouldn't touch this thing. I mean, I would use it, but what I'm saying is I wouldn't change a thing. I don't think this is great. The armor's kind of low. Yeah, the armor's light. I would drop the jump jets and armor this boy up so it can take a hit. And again, you don't need that much, so take some out of the head and the legs and go back in and let me see how much ammo we got here. 4 tons, 1 per... That's probably enough. With the 4 medium lasers, you're good. Yeah, So I would take a little armor off and drop in a heat sink or something. Excellent mech. Catapult BB. Excellent mech. Let's see here. Now, in the catapults, there's lots to love in the catapult. There really is. Really good chassis. Solid chassis. I don't like the A1. BB is good. The C1. This is great. I wouldn't use the streams, but and once again, probably going to want to take off the jump jets, put in some armor, that kind of thing. The C4, I don't really feel the C4 as much. And the Jester, oh yeah, you can have a lot of fun with the Jester. Really solid mech here. You can see the cooling's at 2.6, so it can actually fire those weapons. And of course, it looks crazy, which I think is funny. I have a Jester in the campaign, and I've enjoyed driving it. And you can see it comes with doubles. That's always nice. That kind of annoys me. The small energy. I'm not feeling that, and that kind of pisses me off a little bit. But at 2.6 cooling, but that's with doubles. Doubles are hard to come by. Now the AMS, I don't know. An AMS ammo in your head? No. That's just dumb. You're just asking to die right there. I don't know about AMS. I don't know. I mean, do you get Omagerd Lermed that often? I honestly don't think so, but whatever. But yeah, this is solid chassis. Jester's really good. You see the K2. The K2 is solid. I prefer to put like large pulse or large lasers on it. The machine guns, I don't. The K2 is. It was better in Mech Online because, of course, you'd put twin AC-10s or twin AC-20s on there. That was beastly. So next up is the Cataphract. Cataphract is a solid chassis. The problem with the Cataphract is it has very low-hanging arms, and they hit hills and buildings and whatnot, and it's really annoying. You know, a catapult, like especially the K2, the guns are mounted higher, and so you can use the ground for cover much more readily than you can with a Cataphract. But you can make some really nice builds with the, like the 4X here. Oh yeah. Yeah. We were able to get twin Gauss into this thing. But, you know, twin AC-5, twin AC-10s. Yeah, a lot of fun right there. The 1X, that's not a bad build at all right there. That's not bad at all. Cataphracts are fine. I don't love them. Let's see. This is the Muramet. This is what we used to put. We used to put triple AC5s on this thing. I don't know if you still can. I haven't seen this in the game. Let's see. You could do. Ooh. Ooh. Uh-oh. Oh, Daddy's having unpure thoughts here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh guys, this could be fun right here. This triple AC5. Oh yeah. So if you can get the Ilya Mermet, oh man. This is the Cataphract I would want to get my hands on to drive, because that's sexy right there. I can tell you from personal experience, I've dropped that hundreds of times in Mech Online, and this thing is beastly. Yeah, this is really good. That's solid right there. So, yeah, just keep your eye open for that one. But the Cataphract, honestly, I haven't gotten a lot of mileage out of the Cataphracts in this game. Again, it's the low-hanging arms that drive me crazy. Ah, the Dragon. Oh, the Dragon. The standard dragons are not that good. They're just not that good. But oh boy, when you get into the Fang, yeah, that thing is excellent. And the Flame, I don't know that the Flame is as good as the Fang. Or if you can make the exact same build. I think you can. I think these two are interchangeable. But this is my number one heavy mech right here. Oh yeah. mask. It's sprint. It's a mech with sprint. And it is amazing. This mech is fantastic. You just sprint around them, get on their back armor, and send them to the next life. This thing is ferocious. And once again, I really don't know about the AMS, to be honest with you. This thing is already nicely up armored. It does have heat problems, so I would be tempted to do something like this. Bring it down into the 40s. Well, I don't know if that half-ton gets us anything. We only got 40. We might want that. Yikes. That won't do. That's got to go up. Armor has to stay out there. One thing that can frustrate you is 1 medium lasers on the torso and 1 medium lasers in the arm, and you go up and you try to shoot down an aircraft or something, and the medium lasers aren't aligned. That can be frustrating, definitely. Yeah, you might want to drop this to an SRM-4. Yeah. Because the first thing I want to do is bring this down here. You don't need that much SRM ammo. And so probably what I do is go about like this, right? Okay, and then maybe 1, 2, 1, 2. Just bring that down just a little bit, like that. And so we've got 2.5 tons to play with now. So I would want a half ton of AC-20 ammo. And then I would want, if I could, I'd put my double heat sinks in this. If I could. Now let's just assume you don't have double heat sinks. And let's see where that gets us. So you can see that gets us up to a 1.4 on the cooling. Like I said, you might want to drop this to a 4. You know, because this will make your ammo last longer, and it'll give you another. I think it's another ton. You can add another heat sink. You might want to salt to taste there. Okay, but this is my favorite, hands down my favorite. Let's just save this as DR. Yeah, I can't type. G Shadow. Let's call it part 2. Yeah, this thing is absolutely beastly. And so to use the Dragon Shadow correctly, you want to pop the mask. You want to have your teammates engage the target to get its attention. And then get around behind, and then give it the Alpha Strike right there. Open up that back armor. But the nice thing is, you're a 60-ton heavy mech. But you've got the armor to take the pounding here. Now, I make a little mistake here when I go for my torso twist, and I twisted too much, and my back armor got nailed. But you can see how quickly the thing annihilates that target. And you can use the mask to reposition yourself. And this is one of the few mechs I would consider using for beachheads. And, you know, you've got SRM-6, AC-20, medium lasers. You can fight. You can slug it out. But you need to use that maneuverability, use that mask. And you have to use your teammates. Let your teammates go in and set the target, get the target's attention, and then you use your maneuverability to flank the target and get to positions of lower armor. I used that against a king crab in the main campaign, and it saved my ass. So the Dragon Shadow, wonderful mech. You get this from you get this from the Draconis Combine campaign from the DLC. Easily my favorite heavy mech. Just wonderful. Outstanding. So yeah, the Dragon Shadow, my #1 heavy mech right there. Another really good heavy mech that I've driven. I respect the grasshoppers, but they're hot. Okay? And so you're going to need the supercharger one is nice because basically it's like a sprint. But you're going to need chem lasers to make these things work. They're energy based. Now see, this got Gauss, and I like Gauss. The Gauss rifle in this game is awesome. I don't drive grasshoppers, so the Jaeger mechs. No, I'm just not feeling the Jaeger mechs. The armor is so thin. I don't like the Marauders. Maybe the Bounty Hunter. Yeah, the Bounty Hunter could work with the ER, but of course it's all lost tech, so what doesn't work with all lost tech? Now I tell you right here. So the old Orion. Okay. I'm not talking about for you to drive. This is your AI mech. This is what you put your AI in. It's nice and tanky, it's maneuverable, it can torso twist off damage, and it's got a nice flexible weapons array. LRMs, SRMs, AC-10, medium lasers, it's got it all. It's got plenty of ammo, it's got plenty of armor. You know, the AI has a hard time fucking up this mech because it's just such a good, solid... This is the baby Atlas, okay? And, you know, you go up to AC-20 and LRM-20, go up to SRM-6, you got an Atlas. You know, add 100 tons of armor. 100 points of armor. Atlas, right? Outstanding mech. Really good mech for the AI. I personally wouldn't drive it myself, but really good. This little gem right here, this thing's a lot of fun. This thing is a lot of fun to drive. I drive this in the campaign, and I enjoy it. It's really solid. Solid mech. Solid loadout. What I don't like is I wind up having to link these two, and it doesn't work because there are too many weapon groups here for me, for my liking. And so I would rather, if I could, in a perfect world, what I would want to do here is medium pulse lasers. In a perfect world. That's what I would want to do. And then come in and backload this with some heat sinks. You know, like if I could get my hands on doubles. You know, like if this is my mech, that's what I'm doing. And then of course I'll move these down into the legs. I would take some points out of here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You gotta protect those arms. Arms are very important. They're gonna come off. They're gonna cost you money. Take some 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'd do that. I'd go 1, 2, 1, 2. Gotta protect that CT because it's so easy. And yeah, this is what I would run. The 210, the 2 tons of Gauss is a little light. That's 52 shots. But yeah, with the 4 medium pulse lasers, you can wreck some shit with this. Yeah, and it's nice and cool. 1.6. 1.6 is where I want to be. I like 1.6. You get above 1.6 and you start to waste your cooling. The mech is too cool, and you can back off on the heat sinks and put in armor or ammo or something else. But yeah, I like this. So yeah, really solid, absolutely solid mech right there. I know. I'm gonna get to it. Everybody wants to talk about, but let's look at. I think I got a quick draw build. Thought I had a quick draw build. Wait a minute. I thought, yeah, there we go. No, that's a dervish. I might be confusing the dervish with the quick draw. There is a quick draw that I really enjoyed. I got lucky and got this, and no, maybe it was the dervish. I'm getting senile, or can you get more senile? Yeah, okay, maybe it wasn't the dervish. The rifleman, the only rifleman I'm interested in is this one. This thing The problem is I've only dropped this in instant action. I haven't had the opportunity, I haven't found this in the main campaign. So I've only dropped it in instant action, so I don't know how good it really is. 26 shots for the double Gauss. That's not enough. That will not get you through a mission. And that's some light armor. That's really light. That scares me. Man. Man, I don't know. This would be a hard mech for the player to drive because you have to tank. You know, the AI is going to shoot you. That's going to happen. So, yeah, I don't know about that. And let's go ahead and talk about the elephant in the room. Oh, the Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt is an excellent mech for your AI. Really good choice to put the AI in this. Just go with the base. This guy right here, the TDR-5S. Get a couple of these, stick the AI in them, they'll do just fine. The Orion's better, but you know, it's 65 versus 75. Duh, 10 tons better. It's 10. You know, sure. The hammer. I struggle with the hammer. I love the hammer. It's one of my earliest mech crushes. I've always liked the hammer. I like how it looks. But you know, if you've watched my channel, you know I don't like PPCs, and it's built around PPCs. So, personally, I prefer the 6R. Because I can take the 6R and I can put large lasers or large pulse lasers in it, and then I'm happier. But if you like PPCs, boy, that's a good choice. And of course the Black Widow. The Black Widow is awesome. This mech is fantastic. It's archetypal. It's a famous mech. Everybody loves the Black Widow. Everybody loves Natasha Karinsky. I think it's Natasha, isn't it? I hope I'm not confusing her with Black Widow in the Marvel universe. But yeah, this is a fantastic mech. And if you like PPCs, boy, is this the mech for you. But you can come in here and you can do this. And if you get lucky and you get your hands on some large pulse lasers. Where'd my large pulse lasers go? Where'd the large pulse lasers go? Oh, look, there it is. Okay, that's solid. That's solid. And, you know, I've really begun to respect the machine guns, what you can do with them in the game. Taking down buildings and walls and tanks and helos and stuff with the machine guns is really handy. And of course, you know, once you get their armor open, oh yeah, crit-seeking machine guns. And I would say that's about it, guys. Those are the heavy mechs. You know, the Dragon Shadow, that's my number one. This Black Knight, though, you know, when it comes to stock mechs, non-hero, if you've got the chem lasers to run it. So early in the campaign, you see a large or medium chem laser for sale, you move heaven and earth to buy it because you're hoping to get your hands on a Black Knight and stock it up with chem lasers. The Orion, really solid chassis, great hitboxes, maneuverable and quick for a 75-ton mech. Good firepower. You don't have to go with the Lost Tech version. And the Agincourt, if you like SRMs. Splatcat that sucker. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and share. And I will see you next time when we'll be talking about assault mechs. And there's really only one or two, maybe three. But you'll see what I mean. Okay, have a good one.